So streamers have one of the easiest jobs in the world, and yet there are still so many of them that find a way to fuck that up. Whether it be saying something they're not supposed to, showing something they're not supposed to, literally committing a crime, whatever it may be, it's almost like there's this unspoken rule about being a decent streamer that only certain streamers feel they have to break. Like, you've probably heard this before, but it costs nothing to be a good person. But with how many assholes there are out there, you would have thought these streaming sites were charging their streamers a decency fee. Like, from now on, we're gonna be taking an even bigger percentage of your revenue if you're shown being polite, courteous, nice, and or making others feel welcome. That's just the price you gotta pay for being a good Samaritan, and mind you, they don't do that. But still, there are streamers out there who can't help but being some of the worst people that have ever walked the earth. Some of them still trying to make up for the fact that they were once looked at as a literal cancer that won't go away. How's it looking, Doc? How's the cancer looking? Inoperable. And it's only getting worse. Look at this. Kick is now promoting Cuff'em, the only streamer to wear a Halloween mask year-round, son. What does that mean? But if you guys haven't heard, the streamer Nina Lynn has just gone on a speed run of how to get everyone to hate you for something that an apology would have taken care of. If you don't know who she is, just know that she's a streamer who you might have recently seen streaming with Agent. If you don't know who that is, how'd you even get to this video? How was this video recommended to you? But apparently all this happened 5 months ago, but is now just being brought back up because of how she reacted to all this. Now before I show you what she said, here's what she did. So there's this streamer named Silky, and he has this assistant named Saeed, who Nina decided to try and hold down while her friend twerked on him, and then carried him to the room where they messed with him some more. And you can hear in the video Silky being like, he doesn't want it, he's not consenting. But it's not like they're trying to hold him down and have their way with him and everyone is just watching him get raped. It's more so because he's too shy to answer for himself, even if he did want this. I'm not saying he did, but you can just tell this is one of those situations where the people there knew that they weren't going to milk him in front of everyone, and instead just wanted to mess with someone who's usually behind the scenes for the most part. Now, a majority of the people who saw this all said the same thing. Imagine if the roles were reversed. What if it was 2 guys and a girl? Even XQC was like, imagine if 2 guys cornered a girl and tried to put their schmeedy long sausage on them.
Chat, but now reverse the roles. Some guy pulls out his fucking schmeedy long sausage.
And it's like, yeah, what if alligators could fly, and shoes could fart, and pencils could dance? What ifs do nothing for this situation. Well, what if it was 2 guys? Well, then it probably would have gone viral the day it happened. But it didn't. Because they weren't. Saying stuff like, what if such and such happened if they were this, is only taken away from what really happened. When you ask a dumbass rhetorical question that has obvious answers, you start making people drag the situation, making it seem more ridiculous instead of getting people to focus on the issue at hand. Like, sexual assault is not a term that should be used for clicks to try and go viral, but look at this dummy. Resurfaced clip shows She-Man Nina Lynn sexually assaulting this other streamer. How many victims does she have? And it's literally just her giving this guy a 10-second massage before he actually gets one. But imagine if the roles were reversed and she tried massaging him with her schmeedy long sausage. Now before I go any further, I want to be clear. What she did was wrong. Not, oh my god, she needs her career ruined wrong. But like I said, a sincere apology would have most likely made the difference, seeing as that the other girl who actually did the twerking apologized 5 months ago.
I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable whatsoever. And I know that I definitely crossed the line with everything. I was just trying to be funny, and I was just trying to make a moment for the stream. I see that what I did came off all wrong, and it's on me. I take full accountability.
Now, had Nina done that, I can guarantee you that we wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been making this video. I would have been telling you about the South Park episode I'm watching. You know what I mean? But instead of her realizing her mistake and just apologizing, regardless if it was sincere or not, she decided to say that the assistant Saeed should feel embarrassed as a man to say that what happened to him was sexual assault. Now, she does talk kind of fast, so I will add subtitles, but even then, it still might be too fast for you to read.
So the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was going to talk to him, like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you better let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
Now, what's funny is that as soon as she said that, you can see the chat react and be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, she says she takes accountability for the things she did. Well, then why didn't she apologize 5 months ago like the other girl did? And I like how she says that someone is looking for Saeed so she can ask if he felt disrespected. Mind you, this happened 5 months ago. She had 5 months to prepare for the backlash she was eventually going to get from all this, and all she can say was, who wants to walk around being the guy saying he was sexually assaulted by 2 girls? What is he, gay? Like, the guy even tweeted out this reply, but then deleted it saying that he's been trying to talk to people about this, but nobody would take him seriously, most likely because everyone saw the clip and everyone was laughing, so they're like, nah, you liked it, don't lie, you liked it. But it's not like he didn't say anything about it until she was asked about what happened. Like, there were literally 2 things she could have responded with, and she chose the secret third option that fucked her over so bad even Asmongold wants people to blow this out of proportion. Or whatever. Now, I'm sure many of you know who Asmongold is. Personally, I think he's a fucking loser who, not unlike people like Johnny Somali, have built this cult-like following only on a way bigger scale of people who will go out of their way to listen to what this guy has to say from his stinky-ass bedroom. I swear, every time I see a clip of this guy, I'm like, did I forget to wipe my ass? Oh no, you're just the Asmongold clip you're playing. That's just a fucking stinky guy. But Stink Member over here is now dead set on blowing this out of proportion, so much so that he's even preparing on how to title an upcoming video to make Twitch look as worse as possible. Not Nina, Twitch.
I'm gonna probably title the video Twitch loves sexual assault, or Twitch allows sexual assault, or something like that, right? Because I want to make sure the title makes them look as bad as possible.
Even saying he's going to call out the other people who haven't talked about this.
And I'm even going to call out everybody else that did not talk about it. Like, I'm going to say anybody who brings up anything like this, like if you are not out here talking about the fact that this just happened, like you are a virtue signaler.
God, what the fuck is this stinky rat talking about? We're all just hearing about this now. This came out literally yesterday. What the fuck do you mean you're going to call out everyone who isn't saying something? Give him some time, asshole. Not everyone can stream 24/7 to talk about something, or even wants to. I mean, there were a couple streamers that said something, but what difference is that going to make?
Imagine if the roles were reversed, Saeed. You should have whipped out your dick at that point, Saeed. You should have whipped out your dick.
Now I get it. What if the roles were reversed? Well, for starters, I don't think people would let 2 guys carry some girl into a bedroom and then jump on them and, start playing with them like that, you know what I mean? Maybe they would, I don't know, but like, is that what you want to hear when you ask that? Like, if the roles were reversed, it's obvious what would have happened. And that goes for anything that phrase can apply to. But guess what? That's not how our society is set up. And unfortunately, girls can get away with stuff like that a lot more than guys. Again, I still think what Nina did was wrong, but this happened 5 months ago, and just going based off how close she was to the person she did this to, other than Asmondick trying to milk this situation for everything it's not worth, then she can expect the normal kind of hate someone gets for this until it becomes that thing only used against her in arguments. Like, she definitely made things worse for herself by saying what she did. Like, I thought about it, and there wasn't anything where I could have been like, yeah, I kind of get what she's saying. She meant it's embarrassing because... Like, I couldn't even come up with an example right there, because it shouldn't ever be embarrassing for a man or woman to say they've been sexually assaulted by anyone for any reason. Like, I guess she could have meant it's embarrassing for him to walk around with that having been done to him, but then again, she's the one who fucking did it, so that makes no sense. Like, now that I'm actually saying it out loud, that's what she had to have meant. Does that change what she did? No. Is this going to result in a ban or her getting into any legal trouble? I highly doubt it, even if this guy does make a video, because it's not like she's known for doing this and has been getting away with it ever since. And not even that, putting this much effort into a video to where you want Twitch to make changes because of it is a good thing, but are you really gonna waste it on all of this? Even if he tries to bring in what happened to Emeru being like, see, Twitch lets people get assaulted, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, because he has so many followers, there are going to be dummies who are like, yeah, this guy kinda has a point. And it's like, no, he doesn't. He just wants something to get mad at because life in that room is miserable, and him throwing a fit about something so mundane as this when there are actual people who get sexually assaulted off camera by actual rapists is just him virtue signaling. Like, how is he going to call out other people when he he literally said nothing about the guy who Nina assaulted. He didn't say he was going to try to reach out to him. He didn't say he was going to try to make sure this never happens again. He's like, no, I'm going to clickbait my title to make Twitch look as worse as possible. Like, even though he's making such a big deal about this, even titling his videos, Twitch deserves to be shut down. How much you want to bet that he's only going to upload one video about this and then never talk about her again? Like, after all this, she eventually apologized on stream, and it's like, this is what she should have done first instead of trying to justify what she did. Now, regardless of how good the apology was, and it's pretty bad, it doesn't matter anymore. Everyone knows you're only doing this because people are getting mad at you. The other girl apologized when it happened, and guess what? No one is talking about her, and she arguably did more than you. She was the one who was actually twerking on him and then jumped on him on the bed. Like, you can bet people were like, hey, what about the other girl? Oh, okay, never mind. She knows what she did was wrong. But this Asian girl's getting stoned, Middle Eastern style. That's when I start skipping rocks on her like I'm on a lake. Oh, I hit her 5 times. You saw that? Yeah, you did. Stop lying. Yeah, guys, Nina Lynn went from hanging out with Kai Cenat's friends to being a sexual assaulter in record time. It happened so fast that it actually took place months ago. Until tomorrow, peace.